Okay, because it's still relatively new, only a couple of years, really, three years, maybe more than that, really, if you count. Well, certainly more than that if you count the influence and the other websites that I did that finally caused me to arrive at exploratoryminds.com. That because of the current way it is more newer than it is old. There's always going to be some developments here and there for the user end, and sometimes people can get a bit annoyed perhaps on sites that are more established when there's no need to change anything. There's needs here to improve what we have and then add more additional things as well. A marketplace is coming. SoftLab 24 will probably eventually work on the 70/30% thing that I suggested. I looked at it and it is complicated, and I'm not a coder, so it's confuses me anyway on what I do code anyway. Although that's why we need testing, and what we have in place. I understand what we do have. That's been our own coding, and Jerry's tested it. Lisa's used many things. It was quite comical, really, when we had the creation of your own chat rooms. I saw Jerry log in, then he logged out, then he logged in, and there was a big load of text within the chat room just to test it. I mean, that was one thing I was hard getting my head around, but we did that, and the chat room creation, that was our end. Your SoftLab 24 help out when they can, because they're the original software suppliers. We have what I'm looking at the moment on my screen is Marketplace. A Marketplace plugin. It still has to be a lot changed so that it plugs in nicely, it fits in, and I'm supposed to do its thing. Sometimes administration end things will work fine, and you get a average user and things just don't work too well. So you'll get pages that are specific for you to sell your products. You can put in things like a low price or high price. I'm thinking bidding, if we get it right. Most of it is done. Let me see another picture we had to screenshot. Not putting the screenshots in at the moment, just in case it looks different once it's finally put in. But I'm pleased with this. Go through your PayPal, and we'll set it to dollars, so we might even have allowance of people be able to set the currency themselves anyway, depending on their PayPal, right? But I know, like, there's Canadian dollars, there's American dollars, there's Australian dollars, and there's not much really, usually, depending on the market. It's a conversion rate between pounds and dollars. It's not something I fully understand, but there's only pounds for the UK. So this is why I put dollars into my website for the most part, even though I'm in the UK. It gets converted anyway. If you went to Redbubble shop, our shop, it's the same sort of thing. But it's in pounds, but you might get, perhaps it's on the IP address that it works as. If it sees it's from a particular country, it might show in your currency. I'm not too sure. I need to re-look at that. Got a note on my screen. Dev the shop. I've been deving the shop, and been developing the marketplace as well. Thank you, Joey D, for the recent comment on the previous video. I do watch and appreciate, acknowledge all the interactivity, people will come in and go in comments, even if it's not really mentioned, it's all taken into account. And yeah, I'd love to. I don't know what we'll do, but we'll try and do a show again sometime. So you can plug. It should be able to plug in your. Where's the menus we had? If you get to this page and you say it will be on the left-hand menu as like normal, with the rest of the stuff. That actually says marketplace, and you get a symbol for your basket, so you just intuitively know, oh, this is a kind of a shopping thing, right? If you're new to the site, and you upload your pictures, and kind of like a rudimentary aspect of eBay, but not as big. Obviously, it's not all the complicated ins and outs of eBay, but you'll get product title that you put in, and you plug in your price in a form before you post. Location, type. Type would be: is it new? Is it refurbished? Second hand, things like that. And there'll be a selection. We'll add some more options in there. And a category: is it technology? Is it gardening stuff? Anything, just category for the product, right? And privacy, you can have your friends. This is something we haven't put in yet. Jerry sent me a script that looks like it's gonna work with that. It's you have whoever's on your friends list will see your product for sale only, but if they're not on your friends list, they won't. If you set it to friends only, you can set it to public, and anyone can see this, even if they're not logged in. They'll see the marketplace page. Comments are allowed under your products. You can actually disallow them as well. We got that actually coded in place, and yeah, you should be able to just put in your own currency there as well. I think we'd sort that out. And you put in your average description of your product, like this is I bought an X220 some time ago. This description for the X220: this is an X220 9-year-old laptop, refurbished, i7 processor, USB, and give you a spec like SSD, whatever, all your spec. Please be descriptive on your product, because people want to know what they're buying. Please also be descriptive on your file sharing. I notice some people just upload file. I can be terrible for that on some websites where they got things like that myself, and I've been lazy at putting metadata like tags in things for YouTube as well. This is why some of my videos are not really there in the algorithm search. I'm a bit more on that now. Yeah, that's my fault though. I should be more vigilant on that. I can be lazy with things like that sometimes myself. So I understand it when people just want to post something, get things done, and get on to the next thing, right? But it looks fascinating at the moment. You have a filter thing for the search to search for your little types of things for sale as well. I don't know when exactly we'll have it plugged in. There's some testing going on at the moment, and sort of reworking that and making it look like a cascading style sheet to it. It's got its own style sheet, but it needs to match pretty much with what we've already got there, and it will use most of the coding from the basic style sheet that's already there for the site. But there'll be some changes in order to allow it to display your photos along the top of the description and the way it lays itself out. The colours would be matching anyway, with the average sort of look and feel for the website. You got the green borders and your steel kind of metal background, and your your white boxes for posting and all that. So this looks interesting. I'll give you a shout when it is actually ready. And there will be another video on how to use Explore Dream Mines on the other channel as well. So yeah, we'll see what happens with this, and I will have to put up rules on not selling any illegal products. I'm sure, if we had a lot of traffic, I'm sure somebody would try and get away with that, and we've got to watch that for our own back. So in regulations, I'm going to put in text that to cover my own back. Certainly, there's quite a large write-up of stuff that I did already to cover my own back, because when you click that agreement, you're agreeing to all the terms and service, which nobody reads. They just want to use a website. I understand that, but just in case, it's there if you wanted to read it, right? That's it, really, in a nutshell. Thank you very much. Take care, and I'll look forward to doing the next video soon. Cheers. Bye. Where's the stop button? Stop. There we go. Cheers. Bye.